a new intro? Welcome again to another edition of Live on Sunday. It's your gracious host, King Crowder, back again for another edition of How We Do. We talk about Sunday Live. We break down what things going on for the week. I apologize. Your boy took off last Sunday. Anniversary trip, vacation happened, man. We're going to dive heavy into that today. All the discussion, man. But today's topic is uncomfortable conversation. If you're new to the channel, comment, like, and subscribe. Live on Sunday is what we like to do. Number one, we like to reflect. How was your past week? What did you do? What did you get done? Did you get done on the things that needed to get done? And how did that happen for you? What we try to do here with the Crowder Gang is to make sure that you're not only becoming a better woman or man, but a better person. So Sunday is supposed to be the first day of your week if you did not know. Sunday sets off how your work week is going to go. Sunday is your first period to mentally relax, start off, get yourself in a good mental space, talk about what's going on, chop it up, and see time with your people. At this time, I want you to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. If you did not know, I'm King Crowder, your gracious host. I've been doing this live for a year officially last week. And since that year anniversary came, what did I learn? Along with anniversaries you have in your life in different moments, the number one thing I learned is to be consistent. It teaches very hard to just talk and do this, right? But it's therapy to you. As you go along your day, your period, your journey in life, you get to see your own progression. You get to see your own life start to change and elevate. But as we talk about real life things, we always like to throw those good moments at you. So let me start off first with the good stuff. Do you think Instagram is a gift or a curse? So we're about 10 years officially in Instagram, y'all. I can't believe when they started. But is Instagram a gift or a curse? As we are 10 years into the platform, men and women, do you think the benefits outweigh the rewards? Or do you think it will hurt you long term? I'm going to give you both. Instagram, social media is a great way to communicate with people. If you're a business, a marketer, anybody that's in sales, operations, anything like that, Instagram, social media, Facebook, TikTok is an excellent way to spread message, meet your consumers directly, B2B, make money, gain traction, sell more, person-to-person interaction. Social media is tremendous for that. But there is a bad side. I will go into the relationship part of this. As a guy or a woman, your past matters. What you did before me, what I did before you, whatever we did as we hear those type of things, dating sucks, you know, the key words you hear, right? All of that is a reflection of social media. If we look at the world 20 years ago, right? You know the biggest thing that's changed so much since then? Expectations. Expectations for each other. Expectations for life, relationship, homes, houses, eating, swagger, dressing. Expectations have changed so much. It's crazy. Now, I'm going to give you a great example. 30 years ago, our grandfathers, our fathers, our ancestral roots, all of us had a skill or a blue-collar type of job. Right now in the current society, that is not viewed as much as it was years ago. All of our grandfathers, 100%, did some type of manual labor or skilled trade. If they were not in it, they were involved in it in some type of way. As the Americans began to get developed, all of us had the type of trading now. Now, with the Instagram social media life, that is kind of shunned upon. Not 100%, but you hear about it so much more that you want to have a certain type of image, a certain type of this. There is a preference for what you want. Not stability, not loving relationships, not having a solid foundation. There is a preference of what you should have. The expectation that social media did to us changed our perspective, perception. It made the barrier to get certain things much harder. So now that we 10 years into Instagram, does how your older photos affect you, how people gonna look at you now? Yes. Does having more access hurt you? Yes. Do seeing more women, do having more relationships, do having an opportunity to talk to more people, does it hurt you? Yes. We have too much access in ways. I can still remember me being that generation before social media and currently living it now. I got to see both sides of it, right? Like I got to see you had to deal with the cold approach, but I also know the benefits of using the social media to do stuff. I couldn't imagine now never having to have that interaction of cold approaching, as getting rejected, as dealing with hardship. Now it is shunned upon. A great example, right? A group of young men asked me, what was my first car? You know what I told them? The bus. They looked at me. You rode the bus? Yeah. Why would you ride the bus? If I ain't got money, how else would I get around? They were blown away. They told me, and I quote, I wouldn't ride the bus no matter if I had money or not. Me, flabbergasted, you know. What you mean you wouldn't ride the bus if you ain't had the money? I just Uber. You already ain't got the money. Your pocket's already low. You're going to Uber rather than trying to keep your prices as low as you can to get yourself on your feet? Yeah. I said, why? They responded, because I don't want nobody seeing me on the bus. So you'd rather somebody see you on a car, but you want anybody to see you on a bus trying to provide and do well for yourself? Yes. In my mind, I scratched my head because if you either way, it's about you. But then I had to understand, this is a generation that leans more onto their social media excellence more than anybody we've ever had. So I cannot put my expectations, my belief system on them because they grew up different. So that leads into the first thing that goes into business. Again, anniversary just passed, y'all. We had fun. I went to Tulsa. I went to a plantation, slave and breeding plantation. And the first thing I noticed while I was there was there was not a lot of black people going to see these type of things. Number one, the Tulsa Museum has probably been there. You got your locals that have been there. But the amount of history that is available about that tragic event. And we went to Oklahoma City, the capital, and that wasn't referenced. There is much more of a quieter feel about it. The greatest catastrophe or man-made terrorism attack happened in the state of Oklahoma, and it wasn't mentioned. We have surviving, living witnesses of this attack, and it wasn't mentioned. Yes, the Oklahoma City bombing matters. Yes, that tragedy that happened. But Tulsa, a crisis of ethnic cleansing when 10,000 people lost their homes, when they were bombed with turpentine by Oklahoma citizens in a race attack, and it wasn't mentioned. Not only wasn't mentioned, I don't think the details and the information went deep enough. You could definitely tell that they remained on it to keep it calm and a steady environment, but it wasn't mentioned how they lost everything. When we mention people being displaced, I want you to think about this for a second. You're in your home right now. Somebody shoots up your building. You have no insurance. If you have no insurance, everything you own is burned to the ground. Everything is burned to the ground. You have no money to replace it. They go into the bank and steal your money. And nobody goes to jail for it. We know this happened. We have living witnesses that can testify against this happening. But there has been no charges. There has been no convictions. There hasn't been any reparations, no rectification, anything that happened from it. The state of Oklahoma doesn't have it in the state of Oklahoma National Museum. Am I the only one that found that crazy? But it's eerie to me that we hear parts of history that are open and we don't discuss it. Secrets only have power if you keep them secrets. There is nothing beneficial that's going to happen you not talking about a situation that happened. Not one. There's not one positive reaction, one positive thing that will happen through a terrible time through the stories of America if we don't disclose it all. The problem we have, y'all, is we don't want to talk about it. The power of secrecy is a powerful thing. But you know what happened with secrecy when it gets exposed? Healing. And if we don't talk about our terrible times, if we don't talk about the harmful things that happen to each person or Black America specifically, how will we get past it? What's due got to be paid. Kicking the can down the street, trying to talk about these situations, but we have people that were alive during the Tulsa massacre, this ethnic cleansing. On Greenwood, the black street that you can still see, y'all. Oklahoma State campus is building on top of that land that was once there. The burn places and burn locations are still actively right there. They have landmark. They have certain businesses. But that, it's missing. That's almost 100 and some years since that happened. 2 generations. And ain't nobody had to suffer from that. They rose it as a Negro uprising. That's what the museum said. The museum said to make people go against the crimes it said, they labeled it as a Negro uprising. Isn't that falsifying false advertising? False marketing? People were killed, murdered. The bodies were stacked so high on the railroad trams, y'all, they put them in mass graves. Everything in that town was burned. People were removed. 10,000 people were displaced. Think about 10,000 people in the 1912s, y'all, or the 1920s. That's a lot of people. Mind you, no cars, no highway system was built. Those people just had to go away. They had to escape with everything that was on their back. The highest surgeon, the doctors, the attorneys that were then were murdered in broad daylight. The National Guard had to come in and resolve quorums in that area. It was the largest terroristic attack by the Ku Klux Klan and members of their organization ever. We know what happened. People that were alive to see it happen are still living in Oklahoma to this day. And the saddest part was, they went to the Oklahoma Supreme Court to get justice for those actions. And they said they couldn't do it. Hold up. Let's pause for a second. We have a justice system, right? Not a court system, right? So with our court system being impactful in the way it is, how can we not want to seek justice after those things happen? Shout out to my boy Mike coming in heavy.
Yo. Hey, shout out to the squad, yo. Had to stop by the spot, yo.
Well, I was just chopping up, Mike, came back from the anniversary, man, and catching you back up to speed.
For my boy and my sis.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you, man. We went to Oklahoma, Mike, right?
Wow.
And wifey took me by the Tulsa Museum, Mike. Phenomenal. While we were there, Mike, there was nothing else around that state capitol about it.
Wow.
You have
to know. They don't want you to know what happened there. They don't want you to know about Black Wall Street. They don't want you to know about anything, brother.
But Mike, the one thing I was emphasizing, I was saying big time, is that the power of silence among people is the power. All we're doing is kicking that can that we will have addressed down the street. It's people that are living there now, Mike, that saw. We can't say we didn't see the crime. People are living now.
They're seeing it, seeing everything. Seen the helicopters throw the dynamite on the building.
Man, and it was so emotional to see, and it felt eerie just as an outsider. Like, Oklahoma State's campus is right near there, Mike. They're building. How is Oklahoma State University campus building in some of the places where Black Wall Street is by, and that area is still depressed?
Bro, it should be a historic landmark like everything else. You know how like downtown Norfolk,
man.
And you can't even, we worked at the paint spot. You can't even renovate some of those buildings in a certain type of way to keep the historic value. The only thing you can do most of the time is paint.
It was so eye-opening to see it in real time, Mike. Because the museum was very well done. It was very well thorough. I do not think they went deep enough personally, because them people, it was so many things they didn't mention that they dropped turpentine. Most people don't realize they dropped planes on these people. Think about this, Mike. That was a terroristic attack that happened, and we don't call it that.
It was a terroristic attack, and it was an air raid by the Oklahoma police. An air raid, bro. Like we in Afghanistan somewhere. An air raid.
And seeing that was really, you get emotional seeing it. But the number one thing that would really got me too, Mike, is that it was a lot of white people at this museum, man.
Dang.
They are not afraid. I honestly feel like it's mostly us. And that's what get into my next point. We are afraid to approach and talk about that topic a lot. You know, as we were going on the trip, Mike, you know, Oklahoma was the first leg.
Right.
Then we end up going to the Whitney Plantation, Mike.
Okay.
Comment, like, and subscribe. If y'all know my boy Mike, shout out to him. Anything, we'll do the chop ups in a few.
Where McCall.
Go ahead, drop it.
The only thing you need to follow is where McCall at, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I barely post, so you just gonna be a number on the list. But when I do post, I post something good. So
that's good for you, folks. Follow that man. Comment. Do what we do, man. Sorry for not coming back in last week, y'all. We had a mini vacation, but we back. We're back. And chop it up, Mike. I went to a Whitney Plantation, Mike. Whitney Plantation is in Wallace, Louisiana, rural Louisiana, Mike. And it is a slave bleeding plantation.
Wow.
What they mean, Mike.
Great manufacturer slaves, period.
Yes, formerly enslaved, but let's give them right. Formerly enslaved. Let's do it right for our people. And what most people don't know is that it would be common for an enslaved girl to have 15 kids by all different men.
Wow. So they are already pushing the narrative of what we have going on today. It's just still the same thing.
Well, even deeper, Mike, we don't think about how are we so bigger, faster, stronger. A lot of us were bred that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Mike? Like, we ever look at a black American man and versus another ethnicity, Mike, we're much larger than them. Mm-hmm. Bigger, faster. It's a reason why that gap is such there. It's not by coincidence, Mike. Historically, it's uncomfortable to talk about. If you were the strongest man, you had the most sex because people wanted to produce with you to have your offspring. Now, while I was there, you get a feeling of euphoria, number one. Because you don't think about it, Mike, like you there with your people. And like as soon as I walked on, Mike, I felt it in my neck. I felt it in the back of my hair, man. Like it was a spirit of euphoria. It's the best way I can describe it. But when we were there, Mike, it was so many white people.
Dang. At the plantation.
At the plant, Mike, it was an eerie feeling because they're taking the kids.
Learning about how they did us wrong.
They're having, you have weddings there.
Ooh. First of all, if you black and you having a wedding, and somebody in my family had a wedding at a plantation and like nobody went. Nobody went. But if you black and you having your wedding at a plantation, shame on you.
Also, this Mike, don't think about it. Most people don't like going. I was talking to one of she was a guide or officer there, right? Mm-hmm. She said on average, she only gets 10% of black men that go.
Wow.
And I asked her why. She says it is a spirit of shame. I never thought about it, but she was like, when you talk about slavery, racism, most people that are not well versed or confident that are specifically black do not like talking about it. And I had to think about it with myself. We all know what it is. We all know what racism means. We deal with it every day.
Right.
But why is it uncomfortable to talk about? Number one, if you are from Louisiana, probably all your ancestral lineage come from that Wallace Plantation. I mean, the numbers alone, Mike, I think they had, from their period of existence, they had almost 10,000 people that lived there. Wow. They had 2,200 children die. They had people that were mass producing babies. Like literally, Mike, they were creating humans just to produce labor and selling them off. It was common for a mother to have a child, to have it for 6 months, Mike, and it's gone. It was so many traumatic stories, but at the stories, you had to remember that the people that were there were resilient. Number two, they built everything, Mike. We forget that. The plantation, the houses, the building, they built it.
Right.
So the ingenuity, the intelligent, the intellect, the smart, the cerebralness, all of them had to come from their mind. When we think about enslaved and what happened, we don't think about it like, man, they had to do all that off the strength of their own back. Yes, the stories are horrific, Mike, but the amount of people that don't go just to even look at it was out. And the best way I can summarize it is that we need to go because, number one, when we refer to other moments like the Holocaust, Mike, we don't shame the men.
No.
Why are the men why are black men shamed to go? It was deep, Mike. Like I said, it was one of my eeriest feelings I've ever had. It was very historical. I get everybody isn't the same with me. But to hear that there is a shame amongst brothers to talk about slavery and to talk about that part of it was very eye-opening, Mike.
I'm gonna be honest with you, T. I don't necessarily know if I would go.
Why not? That's a great question.
I think it's kind of taboo, but like, yes, I agree with everything great that we did there, but I think the pain would hurt me the most of going and learning like more than what I learned from school and movies and you know, just doing my own research. But I've had opportunities to go to, like I said, one of my cousins, like my second cousin, something had a wedding at a plantation, and I was just like, "No, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's a place I would like to visit, but it's just simply because of the torment and the post traumatic stress that I would have after leaving such a place.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. I guess my follow-up question would be, and this is what the lady asked me: how do you get past that?
I guess you would have to go.
That's exactly what she said, Mike. She said that shame keeps it there. Until we talk about race, politics, all of that stuff, Mike, it's going to stay there. And she said it to me, until us men make an initiative to do that, Mike, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
I was like, damn. And the sisters was there, Mike. They was there. But the brothers, until we take an initiative, that's why tonight's live, y'all, was uncomfortable conversation about Black history, specifically ours. Until we make the initiative to, number one, learn it, to talk about it, to make it a common conversation, how will we ever be able to get past it?
You won't be able to.
You won't be able to, Mike.
I learned what I learned in therapy is you have to face something head on in order to even get past it,
Mike.
So like I said, I would get post-traumatic stress about just understanding and being in the environment. The only way for me to get past that is to go visit the place like you did.
And Mike, I mean, she was such a good, I think her name was Miss Janet. She's from Louisiana, Mike, born and raised. But she says, until the men make the initiative for it, and she also says something else powerful too. We say words and we don't understand how bad the meaning is. She says, don't call yourself African because after your ancestors was born here, they're American now.
Yeah, well, it goes deep into a rabbit hole.
Deep, right?
For one thing, you shouldn't call yourself Black because we're not a color. And African American, I don't agree with that because how can you be from two continents? You cannot.
Yeah. She hit on all of that, Mike. She was like, y'all are indigenous. Now you're here now. And she was like, that is so much misconception that was going on. It was deep, Mike. Like I said, man, it was you. I don't think everybody has to go to the same ones, but just to hear and see that, Mike. And number one, white guys were out there. You know what I'm saying, Mike? The sisters were out there. So it was letting me know, like, I guess I'm much more comfortable, Mike, talking about race dynamics. I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize the gap it was with most people about that.
Right.
but she made it very aware. So it's like, if we don't have these uncomfortable conversations in our generation, it's still going to be there.
Correct.
I was like, man, and that's what I took away from Mike. Like, yes, it's not cool, but we may have to make an over initiative to go and do stuff like that because they're going equipped, Mike. Like I said, white children were there, Mike. There. I mean, 80% was white, Mike.
Learning about the atrocities that their ancestors done. That's crazy.
But you know what the thing is? They're reflecting and learning from it. Unless we reflect and learn from it from all angles, how can we get mad?
We can't, and we can't heal.
You know what I'm saying, Mike? It was like, if you are not prepared, if you don't even want to get the steps going, they already have you. It was just deep, Mike. Like I said, it was such good to get away and remember stuff like that. But that was one of the biggest things, and I want to break that down later in another video later on, Mike. But I thought that was so profound, man. And I think our history, like I said, Mike, what do we learn at?
Right.
We don't learn it at HBCU.
You don't learn it at HBCUs. Right?
You know what I'm saying, Mike?
You learn it yourself.
You got to, Mike. And it's like, it has to be an initiative to do it. If we want all those things which are overdue, Mike, and are finally qualified for it, we got to make it happen.
Correct.
And it was powerful, Mike. Moving on to our next subject, Mike. Man, I don't know if you saw it, man. They locking those Black Lives Matter people up, Mike.
They locking the Black Lives Matter people up, bro.
Man, one of the people named Sir Major, who's an activist, man, got locked up for charity something. We don't know. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
Some type of fraud?
Some type of fraud, man. But how Umar's still running around?
Hey, we still ain't seen the school, and I love
Mike, that's what I'm saying. How we picking and choosing? So, man, your take on it, brother. Was BLM a failure? Was it good? Was it bad? Did they do anything? What's your thoughts on looking back?
Truthfully speaking, I think BLM was a fad because, I mean, they did great. However, what are we doing now? We always shout BLM, 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 but it's only BLM when atrocities happen. It's only BLM when somebody gets killed. It's only BLM when somebody is wronged or somebody. It's not BLM on a regular day. It's only BLM when bad things happen, and it's terrible. I think the initial thought of BLM was brilliant. And I think it did what it was supposed to do when it was supposed to do it. However, I think it could have been bigger. Or I think it could have been the baby NAACP. I think it could have been any of those other groups that still exist, but I think it got tainted in a way, which called with, you know, I have heard that some people were fundraising and that money never made it to the places that it was supposed to go. But that's not just BLM. That's anything that you're not paying attention to. But
and we've been donating money to Africa for how many years? How many kids you didn't see get fed, Mike?
We should have saved the whole continent now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but ain't nobody checking behind that as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just wish BLM, it became almost like a group that got frowned upon because when bad things would happen, okay, we're protesting, but we're bringing the Malcolm X to it, which, you know, Martin Luther King was turning the other cheek. Malcolm X was a little bit more radical, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna be a radical group, even the Black Panthers was a radical group, but they did so much good, and it only got convoluted when the white man tried to disenfranchise it. However, I don't know if BLM was disenfranchised from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But what are your thoughts on it? That's I just think it could have been more, and we should have babied it more. We should have coddled it more. We should have. It's so many things that should have happened to it instead of us just running around Black Lives Matter when bad things happen.
With me, Mike, one thing I noticed immediately, I'm all for helping our people, but once you mention that you need money to do it all the time, I look at you with a side eye.
There's so many things you can do for free.
There's so many things you could do, Mike, that doesn't require money. The number one thing I heard this week, Mike, we don't have churches no more. Right? Churches used to be 24 hours, Mike.
Right.
Do you have a church if it's not 24 hours? Churches used to be, sister, bring this to here, and it will provide a service, not give money. Money is the easiest thing you could give. Being there, being supportive, looking out, calling. It's such the hardest thing to do. When BLM got big and they started to get sponsorship, you know.
Well, when they started getting sponsorship, it was more corporate. Because think about it. If I sponsor you, I'm going to want something in return.
And Mike, what do you know about corporate? They care all about what?
The almighty dollar.
There you go. Corporations do not care about quality. Corporations care about consistently putting out product. They don't care about the service level. Mike has worked corporate. I've worked corporate. They don't care about any of that. Corporate is money over everything. And what you're saying is facts, Mike. BLM had that problem because it was too many. It's only police shootings, which are important, Mike. But we got shootings all day.
We got homeless all day. We got
homeless, Mike.
Got other Black lives.
Oh, Mike, you going. You going. And it was like, it's only a specific crime that gets them going. So to me, you are really getting money off emotions. Correct. You ain't trying to fix nothing.
We painted the street Black Lives Matter in DC, but what else have we done in DC for Black Lives Matter?
Man, listen.
I mean, I'm ignorant to the facts, so
no. I mean, you not ignorant, Mike. But
you know what I'm saying. I may have missed it. We might have did something for real.
No, hey man,
I think it's only police shootings.
Yes,
it's only police brutality, and Black Lives Matter and such more things than police crimes.
Yeah, I mean. Once you don't have Black violence in general, once you don't have education, once you don't have that type of stuff, I don't know if you ever saw the show The Wire, Mike. You ever watched that show?
Yeah, in Baltimore.
Season 2 is right now. I don't know if you remember season 2, the ports.
Oh man,
the ports lock out, and season 3 was what? The schools.
Right.
People don't realize that is happening right now. Mm-hmm. The schools are still a huge issue, Mike. You know that. Kids ain't learning nothing. We just send them there. Teachers quitting. There is a port and a money crisis that is coming about. Black Lives Matter is a symbolic gesture of that, Mike. Ain't no laws, no impacts get changed. I commend them for what they tried to do, but you missed the mark. Anytime it gets to the point that you want dollars, sponsorship, and nothing about legislation, nothing happens. Like I say all the time, Mike. Give my parents they credit. My daddy specifically, Mike. I don't listen to nobody tell me. I watch what they do.
Correct.
What's your actions say? Like I said, everybody send me Umar's videos all the time. I say I don't even listen to them half time, Mike. Where the school at, bro? That's it, Mike. I don't really care about nothing else, Mike. I know what you're trying to do, bro.
My man raised millions of dollars, and we still ain't got the Marcus Garvey.
What we talk? I don't want to hear no more words, bro. Mike, at the end of the day, you know what I'm feeling? What we doing? Mike said we going live. We doing this is here. We ain't got to keep talking.
And we ain't got to keep begging, because if your platform is correct, the money is always going to come.
Mike, his platform is correct. What do you mean, bro?
No, I'm talking about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, facts. I mean, they had, I mean,
look at if you look at it, right? Political wise. They asking for money, but they ain't really asking for money. You know what I'm saying? Think about with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. People believe in that. They ain't really got to be like, hey, I need your money. They say it, but they ain't saying it for real.
No.
People are just throwing it. Here you go. I represent this cause, and I'm going to put my dollar there.
Man, Mike, one thing that let me know that it's all crazy. Remember, was it last year, the year before last? The Emmett Till movie came out. I don't know if you remember that movie.
I do remember the movie vaguely.
The lady that accused him was still living.
And she should have been arrested, her old ass, at the hospital, wherever she was at, handcuffed, and took to jail for murder.
Mike, we don't have, and I want you to
have been that she lied.
Listen,
right on that deathbed, I'd have been like, "Hey, go ahead and chain her up."
listen. We do not have a justice system. We have a court system.
Well, you got to think about it from the creation. It was never meant for us.
Mike, but let's say it again. We don't have a justice system. We have a court system. The system of court is to who got the most money to defend themselves. If you got the money to defend yourself, you have the money to pay for legal defense, you will get it. If you don't have the money, if you're poor, you will go to jail. That's what the court system is about. People don't like to say it, but if a lady that we know accused a 14-year-old child to get brutally murdered could live, we don't have a justice system.
You know, justice is blind, but they also going like that.
Man, listen, it ain't blind when it refers to certain people.
Right. She got her eyes wide open.
Come on, man. I don't want to hear it, Breonna. Like I said, no matter what our grievances are, we got to call it what it is. We don't have that. So like I said, even though BLM did what they did, we know the theft been happening. Remember them Tom shoes, Mike? How many shoes they actually sent off that we bought? Remember that way? What that's at?
You buy a pair, we send a pair.
Waterproof.
How many people we seen with the Toms on in different
Mike, I ain't seen them since you.
Man, they faded on out because
that scam came and went, didn't it?
I guess when you buy a pair and you send a pair, it's not good for business.
Mike, what I'm asking again, what are shoes they paired off at? Where they at, Mike? What they at? If we gonna ask questions, let's ask all of it. Where they at? Y'all giving BLM people federal fed time, Mike. 5 years? A nickel? Woo. In the feds?
Well, you gotta understand, they created they did a federal offense though, bro.
But Mike, what Toms ain't do no federal offense, Mike?
I don't know, bro. I can't speak on it.
What are shoes at, Mike? I'm just asking the questions. Like I said, why does everybody of a certain hue go to jail for a long period of time? The owners of Toms, I'm not accusing them and say they didn't do it. I'm saying, where is the audit and the energy the same for these other corporations? Where is it at?
For the warehouse set that they had in a different country.
Come on, Mike.
I feel it.
Come on. Feed the children. Mike, how many people they feed?
Where the food at? Where the food at?
Real talk, man. Oh, let's transition to my boy Mike again. Where I'ma call that? Follow him on everything. Hey, Mike, you my music guy.
What's up?
Does the Grammy have relevance anymore, or is it past its time?
I mean, it depends on who you are. I'll say this. I ain't never really, like, a Grammy is a status thing, yes. And I know several people in my circle have Grammys, right? But some of them don't even have, like, the little trophy jank. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them who have Grammys, it's like a little plaque, and it just says that you're a part of it. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing, right? But at the same time, I know so many talented artists that have not been nominated or have not, I guess they didn't rub the Academy the right way. So me personally speaking, I don't think it makes you or breaks you whether you're a good artist or not. I just think you had the right exposure. And the Academy, first of all, who is the Academy? You know what I'm saying? Who is these people voting for this or saying, yes, we decide to give this person this, or yes, we decide not to give that person that, right?
Yeah, facts.
Like, who are these people? Like, who are these people that determine whether your music is so great that you get this award? Really and truly, it's just a status. It's a status thing that I think is old, and it doesn't necessarily equate to you having really good music. It just, you might be popular at the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
for sure. I think for me personally, once Macklemore got it over Kendrick, y'all don't know what y'all talking about no more. I mean, all relevance, y'all head is gone.
They still never gave Beyonce Artist of the Year.
It's so many. So it's like, as an outsider, Mike, again, you are in the music world 10 times more than I've ever been.
Right.
As an outsider, you have shown your flaws. So
But
now everything you do must be questioned.
exactly, bro. Because we'll take the Macklemore thing, right? Because you sung about thrift stores and you had the message of like making everybody cool or making everybody accept it, cool, okay. But it was artists that sold more records. It was artists that put more time in. It was artists that had way better lyricism, way better writing, way better music, way better production, way better everything. And you still, I'm gonna pop some tags. I got $20 in my pocket.
Mike, can I say what it is?
What's
It
up?
was trash.
Absolutely, Basuda.
That joint is not getting played none right now. Good Kid, Mad City can get played right now.
Right now, Mad City is one of my favorite joints to this
It's
day.
a timeless record, timeless album.
Deontay Wilder would say, to this day.
To this day. Listen, it's a timeless album. There is no. Once I saw that, Mike, and I don't think the Grammys and people like it understand, you lose your value and substance.
You do. And I'll be honest with you. To me, it doesn't make you a good artist or a bad artist. It's now I will say this as an engineer, as somebody in the music field, the Grammys was one of my goals, bro. Is because the doors that it can open up after you say I've been Grammy nominated or after you say I have received the Grammy award.
Do you feel like that allure is still there now, Mike, for younger audiences?
Younger audiences, no.
Mm.
Younger audiences, no. I don't, because what I'm saying right now, younger artists don't even want studio time like that. I know.
Wow.
Younger artists don't. One, I don't think a lot of people believe in themselves, so they're not even taking the time to even pay to go to the studio. They have this app out right now. You can mix, master, record, everything from your phone. You don't have to ever step foot in the studio. It's killing it. It's killing the business that I have. That and I've started recording people. They don't even want you mix and master. They don't want you to put the razzle dazzle on it. They don't want you to make it sound better. They listen to it. They be like, okay, cool. Go ahead and send me that. They don't want the stems. They don't want the beat.
Break all that down, Mike. Remember, you got to break that down. We don't know. Break it down.
Bad. So stems is like each part of the music that you recorded. They don't want the beat stems, well, the instrumentation broken down. They don't want the vocals broken down. They just want the MP3 version so they can play it for their friends and maybe put it on the radio. But they don't even want it mixed and mastered so it can be on the radio.
Wow. Why is that?
It's so easy to do it from home. Why would I pay you $50 to $100 an hour to do that? And I can go on this app and it could sound decent. You know what I'm saying? It's, to me, what I'm seeing is like it's microwave. It's microwave, and it's not you in the kitchen cooking. It's instant gratification. All right, this sounds good enough. I have a little cousin, and I'm not talking trash about him at all. I love him to death. He would rather record off of his a microphone and basically a controller, right? That's something he records into so it sounds a little bit better. He don't want to mix and master nothing. He'll record that in his crib. He don't want it touched, and he'll put it out.
As a music person, is it noticeable when somebody has a mix and master record and not?
Yes.
What's the biggest way you can tell?
Sound quality. It doesn't sound professional. It sounds like you did it in your house, in your bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what he wants. He is quicker. He could record a song today and put it out today. It might take me hours to mix and master something. Hours, multiple sessions, multiple times listening to it, multiple times tweaking this, tweaking that. People nowadays don't want that. They just put it out. And I say this to say, it's more so like a craft, more so something that you took pride in, but I feel like nobody's taking pride in their stuff no more. Maybe they don't even believe in themselves to even go the next step to make your music sound even better. You just want to go ahead and put it out and play it for your friends a couple times and it's cool.
Wow.
So to me, to go back to your question, I don't think the Grammys matter as much for somebody like that. I think if they got a Grammy, it would be cool and they could use it as a stepping stone. But if you're not even getting your music to the quality that it needs to be, I don't think you personally would care about a Grammy.
That is a deep perspective. So the Grammy has an issue on both sides. They have a relevance issue and they have a consumer who even cares to put in the time issue. That's pretty amazing. In the state of music, let's keep diving into that. Will you see the impact continue to happen? Because we know the quality of music isn't there. We know talented artists aren't being pushed. It does sound like the trend single wave is here to stay.
I think music is in a scary place right now, man. And
Wow.
I think in a scary place. Like I think we are now seeing the detriment of, if you think about it, right? Look at the music that we listened to in the 80s. They were drug dealers, right? They glorified the drug dealing life. Now we are glorifying the drug user. We the fiends now in the music. We the fiends. And I think, and I hate to say this because I'm pretty sure she's talented, but I think she's a money grab. But now we have people like Sexy Red. Now we have people like what's his name? Not Lil Peep. The light skinned cat with the dreads, Lil Pump. We got people like him. He may have came out with a 1 hit or 2 hit, and now he's just famous off of being like, you know what I'm saying? It's really, it's no, to me, it's not a lot of substance to music anymore. But I like the one young cat I do like is Corday. Corday to me still does it old school. But like we got a lot of people, they may even go to the studio, but like I said, it's trash, bro. Like it's not substance, and I can't see it being sustainable for a long time because what are we talking about?
That's the one thing that I'm gonna go down to this one, Mike, because you brought it up. The only artist that I see that is number one, he's young, crazy, talented, that has a sustainability. Man, Mike, I saw something today. I don't know if you noticed. He has 7 platinum albums. He's 24 years old. Hot take. At 24, who was better, him or Tupac? It's crazy to say that.
All day. I'm a Pac fan though.
I'm with you. But the amount of
the work he puts in the work. NBA YoungBoy records all the time, every day, all day long. He putting in the work.
I couldn't even believe, Mike, he had 7 platinum albums. I had no idea he's been that active.
Bro, I can probably only name a few songs that he has, but the younger generation, like, so my nephew's like 15 and my niece is like 13, right? They love NBA YoungBoy. Like, he is their, like you said, he is their Tupac.
Bro, Mike. Think about that, Mike.
Generation's Lil Wayne.
Mike, he has more platinum records than Lil Wayne. Think about that.
Dang.
For perspective, people don't, and this is why I like putting stuff in perspective, especially talking to somebody like you about it. He is 24 years old and has 7 platinum albums. Think about that for a second. That's more than Rick Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. 7 platinum albums. That means 7 different albums. That's more than 50 Cent.
Right.
That's more than Lil Wayne. He's up there with Drake, Pac. I mean, all of those times. I mean, he's 24 years old.
That man worked hard.
It's just when I saw that, Mike, and I heard it, and a lot of people say, always, I'm like, y'all, we could love or hate this brother all we want, but the body of work, the excellence you put into it, again, will he have that pivot to grow with his audience? I feel like Wayne hasn't done that. That goes into why Wayne doesn't get that. There's no reason why Wayne should be doing House of Blues. No disrespect. There's no reason. But he hasn't pivoted.
There's no reason why I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
There's no reason why Lil Wayne should be doing House of Blues venue. But he hasn't pivoted, Mike. He still raps like he did 20 years ago.
And we talked about that. He has nothing, no song has elevated. He's still talking about the same stuff.
That's what happens when you don't grow with your audience. For example, J. Cole has grown with his audience. Kendrick has grown with his audience. You can see the artists that have grown with their audience. You got to grow with them. That's your wave. You have to put out timeless, still cater, drop a single, but you have to pivot. And I wonder, especially if this generation, we know the Sexy Red, she can't pivot, Mike. She's going to get money for 5 years, Mike. The window's closed. That's it.
You gave her too long.
You think giving it too long?
That's way too long.
I'm just saying I hear her in the club, so she can get the club, the club stuff.
Bro, I don't knock anybody for getting money, but I just don't think you could go far with talking about your booty hole is brown and your pussy is pink.
That's true. I mean, one thing I heard, Mike, you and Nate are the most music homies I know. And I never knew, Mike, it was bad look for artists to go to the club. I didn't know that. They don't want you going to the club because they say you cap your money. Mm-hmm. I never knew that was a thing, Mike. Like, they don't want you in the clubs.
They want you to go to the stadiums and stuff like that.
I never, in my mind, I'm thinking, that's good. You getting that money. They was like, no, why would I pay $100 to see you when I can see you $20 at the club down the street?
Correct.
It messes up your market value. That's why you will never see.
That's how people started out, but you have to vastly advance. And I think she tried to vastly advance too soon.
Absolutely. It didn't go, like I said, Mike, not the music head that y'all are. It didn't make sense to me, but now I'm like, yeah, you can't. If you want a Kanye West selling high, Beyonce selling high tickets, them tickets, the club can't sell tickets.
It's $500, bro.
$500. You ain't getting it at no club. So you can't go to Beyonce ain't gonna be seen at no club. But it made me think if Beyonce can get seen in a club, who's gonna pay to see her that much? Drake ain't going to no club. Kanye West ain't going to no club.
Nah.
None of them.
Now they broke records in the strip club like a lot of Atlanta artists.
Yeah.
That's different.
Again, breaking a record and performing. Migos ain't going to no club, bro.
Nah.
R.I.P. Tate, they ain't going to no club. They might get a walkthrough. They may get something, but they not going to no club to perform. So
they might make an appearance, like party with Migos, but they ain't performing.
Yeah, it just hit home to hear and see that because it was like, man, that is a real energy. So like you said, there is 5-year window artists, but NBA, I can see him having records that can get played 10 years from now.
I can see him growing with his audience, period.
I like Rod Wave. I can see him. They're all in that. Rod Wave. I like Lil Baby. I feel like his record's been a little bit hit or miss now, but he's still, know what I'm saying?
Because he ain't got Gunna writing for him no more.
You better stop, man. You think that's true, Mike?
I don't know. I'm just talking.
I'm about to say, man, you the music head, so if you say something,
but truthfully speaking, when Lil Baby first came out, Gunna was writing his rhymes.
I did not know that, Mike.
Yeah.
That's why his songs sound so similar now.
He used to pay Gunna a couple $1,000 to write a song for him.
That makes so much sense.
But I like Lil Baby as an artist. He cool to me.
No. I definitely think he still has that good appeal. But it's like when you sound the same,
gotta diversify your sound.
And I don't know how you do that.
I just don't like that he used the auto-tune. But that's just me. That's just me as an engineer.
I got it. I get it. I just don't know your next move. Pivoting to that, Mike. Have you been keeping up with the Dolph murder trial?
Man, Dolph, that's one of my
fill you up
favorites.
Man, Dolph got $100,000 put on his head in Memphis by Yo Gotti's brother.
Big Juke.
The guy that killed Dolph was a junkie. Never met Dolph. Guess how much money he got for killing Dolph?
$800. It was supposed to be 40 to 100 racks. $800. You threw your life away for $800. Man, I pissed $800. $800, bro. And you going to jail for life.
People don't even know how much time that is, Mike.
$800. And on top of that, your legal defense was paid for by CMG. Allegedly. 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 I think it's messy. I think it looked real bad. But I also say this. I mean, it's the perfect person to blame it on because Yo Gotti's brother is no longer with us. So we don't know if it's true or not. And I'm pretty sure that it could have been, but we don't know if it's true or not. But I mean, that's the perfect way to be like, hey, Big Juke told me to do it. You know what I'm saying? He did. He can't defend himself.
Well, the one thing I didn't know, Mike, and as you go back on the time frame and listen to stuff, I didn't realize that who Dolph was talking about in that song was Big Juke.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, you don't put two and two together.
Call him Ho Gotti and say he was putting food
Hey, your big brother soul.
Yeah. He was talking about Big Juke.
I didn't realize that all that, Mike. So
you know what I don't understand though with this, right? An artist by the name of Black Youngster, which is another CMG artist, another CMG representative, shot at Young Dolph, got arrested, and shot the 100 shots and missed. So my question to you is, if this is such a big mess, why did that not come back to bite nobody? That's your artist. Your artist shot at Young Dolph 100 times and missed.
I want to know what RIP to Young Dolph, what really happened, bro? This ain't no, everybody say it's just hating. Nah. Something happened.
The fact that you want to put money on somebody's head, that's personal. Or it could be business. But the fact that you put some money on somebody's head multiple times, something serious is going down.
That's the first thing I kept saying, and not going to disparage Young Dolph's name because he passed away. I mean, tragically was gunned down. But for that, like that, determined odds like that, something serious had to happen. Y'all had something going ahead to be either women, money, or something else happened.
Well, most wars are caused by a woman. And ladies love you, but it's historically proven most wars are over a woman.
And I had to say something. Did CMG have that much strength in Memphis and all of that? What was Dolph's people at?
Oh boy, PRE got it back in blood. Did you see that they killed? Allegedly.
I'm just saying, Mike, if we hearing
PRE.
If we hearing that all this stuff was happening, there was so much money on his head and stuff like that, why y'all letting him ride around like that? That's the bag. That's the money. And this is the deeper side, Mike. That's a whole generation of income, money, and wealth gone. Dolph dead. Now his kids grow up without a daddy. Now his kids are resentful of that man's kids.
Right.
Now his girl has to get out here and get the money going and get the business going. It is so many things that happen because this situation occurred.
Now you got two people in prison that didn't
two people in prison. Mike, who won?
No one.
Shook dead, Dolph dead. Those guys are in prison now. So let's count that, Mike. That's 5 families that were traumatically affected for the rest of their lives. Kids, mamas, and sisters that are going to be beefing forever. Wives that ain't going to never get along. They still in Memphis. That traumatic stuff is still going, the beef is going to be there forever. Now, Dolph kids going to grow up with a chip on their shoulders and they going to feel, you know what I'm saying, Mike? It's like people don't think about that type of stuff.
It's a trickle down
effect. This way, huh?
It's a trickle down effect.
The trickle down effect. How's Dolph ever going to be able to be in Memphis? How is Gotti going to be able to be in Memphis now? Gotti got to move his mama and everybody out of town now. You got to make him leave.
Man, they clapped this brother at a funeral, dog.
Man, Mike, in front of his mama?
Right.
That is, listen. The stories will never be untold about everything, but it was a lot more going on than we know. I ain't gonna sit right here. Again, Dolph had story. It was amazing what he did. I love his uptown.
What was buying back the block, bro? Like he was putting people in low income houses. The man was smart with his money. Now I would say this: if I was Angela Simmons, I'd be a little worried. Because your man paid for the legal representation of the killers and murderers on camera, blasting.
Well, remember her. You gotta look at her with a side eye because her baby daddy was involved with. Remember how Angela Simmons' whole demeanor was growing up, Mike? The good girl didn't have sex before marriage. Your baby daddy got murdered, and now you with the guy got another guy on death row. Who you look like? If I'm Red Vaughn, I'm looking at you like, what's wrong, shorty? What's up?
Right.
Remember all that, Mike? She doesn't have sex. She's never going to be this, but now you a baby mama. Now you dealing with a guy that's putting hit out on mom.
Right.
What are you doing? Did you grow up in the suburbs and good school, good home? Didn't you grow up from a good background? Why are you even choosing to be around this? Wouldn't Romeo try to be with you?
Right.
Like, it's so many things in my mind, Mike, just as an outsider, like, the Dolph thing is a whole other thing. R.I.P. to the brother. But now it's so many other, like I said, Mike, there's so many families that are ruined now. They still got to live in Memphis. How's that going to work?
It's not.
The beef is there forever.
Bro, I think this thing gonna unfold into something no one is gonna expect. I really do.
I agree with you, man.
It's already too messy. Like, you already sent somebody to shoot this man and his own record. And then secondly, this man passes away at the hands of two murderers and you pay for their defense. It's just
man.
It's just too messy.
It let me
didn't even care that it came back to you.
Is he untouchable in Memphis?
I don't think.
Is he really like that?
I don't think so, because if your brother got touched, you could get touched.
Anybody can get touched, Mike.
At any time.
Anybody. It's just he ain't looking like he's scared. He ain't losing no weight, Mike. I mean, is he I'm just saying, man, you got to put two and two together. Is you really Teflon like that?
I don't think so, bro.
I'm with you. You just got to ask the questions. Don't forget that.
But I think it's pretty cocky to even not even have a shell corporation, not even have somebody, grandmama, auntie, cousin, sister, baby, daddy pay for it.
Listen, man.
It directly come back to you.
Listen, man.
That's tough.
I'm gonna tell you the oldest player in the book, Mike. When we've been vibing so much, I ain't need to get to play something for you, Mike. Hold on, man. You know me, I forgot to play something for my dog. Hold on. You know our boy came with some Krenak. I gotta play for you, but it's real.
Black men have historically in this country been kept away from power, some freedom of independence of power, right? The only power we've really been able to maintain is our power over women. Niggas want to play ball. Niggas want to play ball with the whites. Eric Adams thought he was Rudy Giuliani. You know, Rudy Giuliani, Italian man, probably accepted a bunch of shady donations. But he's playing white ball. That's white ball. That's the game they play. Being a cop, you probably thought being a cop, hey, these are my cronies. These are my people. We do dirty business. Brothers in blue, brothers in arm. Big blue shield. You know, as black men, we get in these spaces and we get power and we think we can, I can behave the same way my white mentors have. They've been getting away with it. Nobody's batting an eye. They're letting me get away with it. I can assume that an indictment that big would make a lot of people nervous. There's a lot of people involved in that, okay? You fall for common white corruption. This is common white corruption. This is how they keep their system afloat. Underhanded deals, taking bribes. But sometimes when the heat is on and the walls start closing in, somebody got to take a fall. Perfect. We got a fucking black guy right here just doing the thing. Just pin it on him. What? I mean, that's the oldest trick in the book. It's the oldest trick in the book. It's actually Jim Crow 101. Just let the black guy take the fall. It's all carrot in a box. Catch a rabbit trick. What are you thinking? You can't operate like this. Look, this is the thing about LeBron, right? LeBron never got too big where he didn't realize he was black. This is why he kept it. We're keeping it under wraps. We're keeping it clean. We're going to keep it clean. This is my wife. These are my kids. A little nepotism. We're going to open up a school. Every now and then I make an appearance. I cuss. I say nigga. That's what I do. Black men have historically in this country.
And he always snapped. You know I like him, Mike. Yeah. But I think it was facts right there, Mike. I think Diddy's going through that right now.
Can't play the white man game. Because
you can't. Hugh Hef was smashing for years, Mike.
You have had freak offs and everybody went
to
problem.
Come on.
We don't know what type of drugs. We don't know what type of anything.
Mike, in the words of my daddy, Hugh got his money off pimping.
Right.
Let's keep it clear.
Pimping 8 15-year-old white women.
Mike, how's he get his money? In Beverly Hills.
Yeah, man.
He was pimping.
But that's the white game, bro. You can't, and they will, and I hate to say it, I'm not racist or anything, but you cannot ever play that game because we aren't them. The rules are different. They may let you think you can play the game, and somebody said it best about the Diddy situation. Diddy just doing what he's seen other people do. He just doing what he's seen Clive Davidson and Andre Harrell and everybody that ever mentored him. He just doing what he's seen them do, but he can't do what he's seen them do. And just like the mayor of New York, you may have been in all types of circles doing the same shit. You cannot do the same shit because you're not the same color. And all day long, they're going to be like, that nigga was stealing. Like,
we see the same playbook over and over and over again. But I bring that to your attention because it made me think of what you said about Yo Gotti, which is real. Does he understand? I know he the man out there. Mike, he paying a lot of bills. He paying a lot of attorney fees. He doing his thing. But will that same type of ego get him caught up?
I would say yes, bro, because I'm not a criminal by any sense of the word. But if I got somebody smoked, bro, and I wanted to pay for their defense, my name, my label, nothing is going to show up. I might have paid for it, but I ain't paid for it outright. It's going to be somebody's mama's cousin, baby daddy, sister, uncle, brother that will never know that I did it. But it's off the rip. Dude was like, hey, Yo Gotti paid for my shit. What?
Again, Mike, how many attorneys is he paying in Memphis? How many judges is he paying on? I mean, he moving. He might be that guy down there.
But even when you that guy, somebody else is that guy bigger than you. And you fall every time. Bro, he didn't already took an L because the dude in the courthouse put your name in court documents, bro. Court documents on the record.
Listen,
on the record for the world to know.
Mike, I ain't saying he was getting all free. I said right now they feel untouchable. Like you pointing at some big old facts. The same thing. People don't like it when I say it. Once the money get low, we're gonna go after you. R. Kelly. Once Kale stopped doing shows, Mike. Once Kale stopped putting out new records, when he got a little older, he stopped touring. What happened?
We got you.
We
know you've been doing it for years. We know you've been doing it. My thing is this though. And I was talking about this with some friends. But these people do these things because normal life to them has gotten boring. So
that is deep.
I have all the money in the world. I done fucked all the bitches I want to fuck. I done all the drugs I done wanted to do. I done everything. I done bought all the cars, all the houses, all the everything that I could possibly do. Let's raise the stakes. Now we, not me personally, but now we fucking niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's an extra level of excitement. Now we trafficking motherfuckers. Now we doing real crazy drugs. Now it's the high that you get from obtaining the next level. And I think, me personally, if I got rich, bro, I'm just cool with a little weed and a little drink with my friends, and I'm gonna keep it at that level.
I'm with you.
I don't understand, but it's the high. It's a psychological fix that you get because at some point in time you have reached a certain pinnacle that everything that you do is boring. So you have to upgrade it. You have to
agree.
Not crazy. You have to do things that you wouldn't normally do. And you might not even be gay for real, but you gonna fuck a nigga just because you can.
Mike, I'm gonna go deeper. Here it go.
We don't have count 1 and then count 4, but rather 1, 2, and 3. The 3 charges that will be on trial are conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, which is count 1 of this indictment, murder in the first degree, which is count 2 of the indictment, and convicted felon possession of a firearm, which is count 3 of the indictment. Counts 1 and 2.
That's too long, Mike. I'm gonna try to find a short one where he said it.
Right before I talk to them folks and stuff like that, like before I talk to them, they want to tell my sister, them like, I ain't never did no police ass shit, but You know what I'm saying? Quit already told them everything. They already knew everything. So I might as well, you know, tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Tell my road, tell his road. You know what I'm saying? So be honest.
Woo! I'm
He
trying to
said
get it,
right
Mike. What you
there.
said? I'm listening.
I might as well tell the truth. And think about it. He's at a point where he is at his lowest. He has nothing else to lose. I might as well tell them people, yo, got he paid my lawyer. Nigga. Like,
I got it. I
might
got
as well tell them niggas
$50,000 to represent you. Did you not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know.
Okay. All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yo.
All right.
Bro, he's snitching without snitching.
So
I don't
you
know
talked
exactly who.
today.
Yes, it did. Nigga, what? I don't know exactly who from the record label, yeah, but yeah, it came from them. What?
it. Keeps going.
You got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
Out there locked up.
You got paid,
My
right?
lawyer was paid.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Great. I don't know how much it was, but great. My lawyer got paid.
Okay. And there's no question that that money was for services rendered. Killing Dolph.
Basically.
You took it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did your conscience bother you?
Come on.
Your conscience.
Out there came to my senses, yeah.
Did you say, I can't have that money? I can't use that money because you still got a lawyer here.
All right, he gonna say that.
You took the money.
Yeah.
Mm.
I got the money.
Your conscience wasn't bothering you that bad, right? You said your conscience started bothering you, but not bad enough not to take the money for the job you did.
Well, I ain't already did it, so might as well.
Damn.
I had to get your live reaction to that, Mike. On the court stand. Number one, Dolph's attorney wasn't playing. The family, I don't know Dolph's real name, but his real family got a hell of an attorney.
Adolf.
Adolph.
Like Hitler.
That's why. Probably was an old granddaddy's name. Adolph. Man. Wow.
That nigga said, I don't know, but yes. yes, it did come from CMG. Damn.
Closing thoughts, Mike. Does Yo got to get from around that?
I say yeah for right now. For right now, I could. Shit, he got around one of his artists shooting young Dolph 100 times. That ain't come back around. So for right now, maybe yes, maybe he can, but it's gonna come back to you. Somebody ain't gonna forget about that.
No. Hey, as I always says, Mike,
I wouldn't be surprised if a RICO case comes up. I wouldn't.
I did not even think about that one.
I wouldn't. That's conspiracy for murder, bro. And then you paid. Your brother paid for them to kill him, and then you paid for their defense. I don't wish a RICO on nobody, but come on, bro. That's conspiracy.
Yeah. I didn't know Gotti was moving like that.
I don't
know.
know.
I'm gonna say it again, Mike. What happened, man?
I guess when you get tired of being disrespected, you got to do something.
Yeah. My other story, Mike, I had to get your opinion on for tonight, man. We already cranking in here, man. Comment, like, and subscribe. My boy Mike in here chefing up tonight. He on one, y'all. He came ready. If you have not seen Mike, Cardi B and Offset, Lord. When you heard that a married woman slept with a man while she was pregnant, Mike, what was your response?
God damn. I mean, but to be fair, she has been publicly embarrassed. I ain't even shooting bail, bro. I wrong on this side, wrong on that side. All I'm saying, I'm not shooting no bail. I'm just looking at the cards where they fall, and she has been publicly embarrassed multiple times of a man cheating on her, bro.
Mike, you cheat while you got another nigga baby inside you, Mike?
That's
diabolical.
That's crazy work, bro.
That is, I'm not good, man.
None of it, bro.
That's crazy, Mike. You
not,
better wait till you dropped it at least.
Bro, I ain't condoning her. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have did it.
Mike, I'm crashing out, Mike.
Oh, I'm shooting the club. I'm shooting up everybody, bro. But you gotta understand, bro. When you play these type of games, you get these type of results.
Yeah.
And we didn't heard of, and I'm not condoning what she did at all, but we have heard about Offset multiple times disrespecting her in the streets.
Yeah. I gotta ask a question. Do you give sympathy knowing he was a street nigga when you met you?
You meaning like you knew he was that type of nigga before?
He had 6 kids. Mike, what, 4 or 5 kids?
I don't even know how many kids the man got.
Offset got about 8, 9 kids. He future-esque. I'm just saying, Mike, like, I guess, and this is coming from my mom right here. Can you get mad at a street ninja for being a street ninja?
Nah, you can't. But you can't get mad at a stripper jank for being a stripper jank either.
I agree. But if you already know what came with that, do you expect him to change? Not excusing his behavior, Mike. But everybody glamorized the street, the drug dealer lifestyle. It come with jail, like 99% of the time. You getting a street cat, he either going to jail or he cheating. Why is that shocking?
I don't think it's shocking at all because this nigga has done it so many times. And
I'm just saying, Mike, women are shocked. Oh my God, he's cheated. He's a drug. He's supposed to. That come with the package. Why are we acting like that don't come with the package?
I just don't think people should keep putting themselves in situations to fail.
Well, this is my part too, Mike, and I say this about a lot of people. Your relationship problems don't need to be everybody else's problems.
No, sir.
What y'all go through is what y'all go through.
You would never see me go back and forth with anybody online, bro.
No, I mean, that's your husband, you his wife. Whatever y'all go through ain't nobody business but y'all. Why are you making it public? He did his thing. I'm not excusing his behavior. Remember.
But then that you cheated on him while you had a baby inside of you. That's crazy work.
Mike, what?
What type of people are both of y'all? What type of people are both of y'all? I ain't got nothing to say bad about. I ain't on nobody's side, bro. I'm not shooting nobody bill. He was wrong, been doing wrong. But dog, I ain't even gonna lie. That's an extra kick in the nuts when you know you sleeping with a nigga and you got a whole baby inside of you. And my question is, was she showing when the nigga hit it? Cause damn, what type of nigga is you to hit a pregnant jank? Now I ain't gonna lie. Some of my friends who have baby mama said pregnant coochie is the best coochie they never had.
Is it theirs or not theirs?
Them niggas is sleeping with their baby mama. They ain't sleeping with no random. I don't know nobody that has slept with a random pregnant jank, bro.
I don't understand it, G. I don't, like I say, hearing it and everybody trying to give their point of view on it. I'm like,
on a date, but I don't know if I'm hitting a pregnant jank, bro.
How does that happen?
I guess doggy style, bro.
Ew. How are you going to? It's not my what?
That's wild. But me and you also have morals, bro. We have a certain moral compass about us.
And I guess my biggest take on it is that whenever you hear people talk about relationships, Mike, right? Everybody got their problems. Ain't no relationship perfect. Man and women. If anybody says they got a perfect relationship, they lying. She's a 3-time baby mama of Offset now. Where are you going?
Well, she a multimillionaire, bro.
It don't matter. Nicki Minaj a multimillionaire. Who she had to get with?
Damn, Nicki Minaj also got with a nigga that's a rapist.
Listen, Mike, let's keep it real, man. If you a woman and you got a good brother, no shade, Who are you going to go with after that? 3 kids is 3 kids, man.
Right.
3 of them things. You talking to a woman 3 of them things, Mike? 3?
I talked to one. I'm sorry.
You could. You could.
My dog going crazy.
3 of them, G?
Young Nip. 3 of them things is crazy.
3 of them, Mike. Where we going after that? What we talking about?
I don't know, bro.
That's it, man. So, Mike, close it out, man, before I let you slide. Will they get back together or is the relationship done?
If it was me, can't go with you after you to let a man boing you while you have my baby in the oven. But I will say, they have gotten back together multiple times.
I know. Was this the nuclear option?
So I don't understand if this is the straw that broke the camel's back, my boy. But I can't go back to you after you let somebody bang you and you pregnant with my baby.
That's a fact.
But I will say this: him being with Cardi B is a business. Is a business. She has more money than him. She has more clout than him. She has more fame than him. When he was not, when he decided to do the solo thing and not really be with the Migos, and now it's only Takeoff is gone, and it's only, I'm looking at it from a marketing standpoint. His best bet would be to stay with Cardi for financial gain. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't listening to no Offset records by himself.
Can we keep it real? Offset been writing Cardi's records, man. You know that.
That's cool. But you done fucked up your check, nigga.
Yeah. What if he don't like her though, bro? He obviously don't like her.
He can't like her.
He doing her too dirty.
And you know what's mad crazy? Mad crazy. And this is wild. I personally know the woman, the girl Jade that he messing with. The girl. First of all, Cardi B had like beef with her for mad long, bro. Her and her sister Sarah, they strippers, or not strippers, but they the bartender janks in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like the starlets and all that. I personally know her, bro. She cool. She cool people. I personally know her.
It's competition out here.
Small world, right?
It's a small world. We're gonna end it on that, Mike. What you got coming up this week, fam? What you working on? Tell the people where they can get you if they need to do something. Talk to me.
Man, if you need anything auditory. Oh man, let me share something with you, bro.
What do you think?
Your boy is now at WHRO. I start officially coming up soon. I'll get my official start date. But I have transitioned to TV now. I used to be I'm now at WHRO. More to come with that. But I do want to let you know I'm back in the podcast game. I'm back in the engineering game. If you need anything auditory, whatever it may be, you can catch me on Instagram at Where McCall at, or you can catch me on Facebook at Mikey McCall. Check me out, man. I have great music, great engineering skills, and I've been in the game for quite a long time. But nothing, man. I'm just preparing for that, really and truly.
So when do they catch you? When is your premiere time? What is going to be your hours? We got to let the people know. Not sure yet, or is it coming on in?
I'm unsure. I probably will have that call tomorrow.
All we need to know. What was the network again, Mike?
WHRO.
WHRO and Virginia Beach, Virginia. TV Mike, audio Mike, engineer Mike is coming to you live. Remember, hit my man's up. This is a start of a strong wave. I'm so proud of my dog. Make sure you enjoy your night, G.
They see my work on PBS, guys.
Congratulations. Enjoy your night. I'm going to see my dog next week, all right?
Hey, love you, bro.
Love you too. Peace.
Peace.
So if you have not seen, ladies and gentlemen, that was my boy Mike getting an update for what he's been working on. So it's a great feeling, man. Great vibe, great energy. But as we keep going, part 2, on my opinion, on what happened with the Offset and Cardi thing. Number 1, how you meet is how you lose them. You met a lady that was a lady of the night. You a street cat. Being a street cat, you know what come with it, right? Let's keep it real. We know what come with it. Heartaches, pain, drama, suffering, issues, pain, fight, and doubt. It's all a part of that lifestyle. As a man, you have to choose and pick your battles and what you choose to deal with. Offset chose to deal with a woman like that. Man, remember, what do you learn from it? What did you learn? I learned that type of lifestyle ain't for me. I ain't trying to go with it. Learn from it, grow from it. Also, your business, excuse me, my bad. Your business is your business, brothers. Stop going to people about your business. Whatever your business is, keep it in your lane. Whatever you and your lady going through, keep it amongst y'all. Getting people inside your business, telling you everybody what they got going on, it ain't nobody business with y'all, because when y'all make up, ain't nobody gonna be there with y'all but y'all. Remember that. So moving on. Hey, I don't know if y'all seen. Oh, I did not drop and give y'all the information of the plantation I went to. Again, had me and Mike referenced earlier like we did in the show. The Whitney Plantation. Let me go ahead and drop that right here. I want you to see. The Whitney Plantation educates the public. It was active from 1752 to 1975. I want y'all to think about this for a moment. The Whitney Plantation was active, going, making money in proximity. Excuse me. In proximity since the founding of America. If you did not know, America was founded 1776. Hold on. So there were Black Americans working this plantation prior to the founding of this country. America was not a country until 1776, y'all, July 4th, if you did not know. So remember, since the founding, the ancestral bond of this country, there were Black Americans working inside this country. Knowing your history is knowing where you come from, knowing the battles, knowing what happened, and most importantly, being shameless about the history, the environment, and what's happening. Moving on to our next point. NFL has been crazy, y'all. Y'all know I love sports too, man. Joe Burrow is under pressure. Bold prediction time. He ain't gonna make it out. He ain't gonna remember what happened when in there. He ain't gonna know long term what is gonna happen with that access, who's gonna happen with. But Joe Burrow's under pressure. He got to win, ladies and gentlemen. He lost to Lamar Jackson after being spotted 38 points. The Packers look good. The quarterback. The Giants, woo. Broncos, Raiders are in rebuild mode. 49ers are not making it back. The Commanders. Is the Commanders quarterback the best quarterback in this draft? The Bears are in rebuild mode. The Panthers are in rebuild mode. The Dolphins need to search a new quarterback. The Jaguars look good today. The Vikings won. The Falcons won again. And tomorrow, we got that good game of the Saints versus Chiefs. What I learned about sports this weekend. Coach Promise turned out good. The NBA season is under its way. So happy to see Bronny James and the GOAT going to be courtside this year. I'm going to see them both live. I'm excited just for another good year, man. Again, y'all, my 2024 has ended this year. Our anniversary came. We made another year. Really strong. I want all of y'all to have a good relationship like we have, man. I want everybody to enjoy, smile, have fun, and most importantly, learn from each other. If you have not kept up with the news, the strike has been postponed for 90 days until January. If you do not remember that reference I referenced earlier, season 2 of The Wire referenced the ports. Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared for that. Before the ports go back active, stock up on water, supplies, other things, batteries, lights, everything. It can get ugly. We are overdue for a recession or a country turnaround. It happens every time. Nations go through trials and errors, good and bad times. We need to be prepared for it. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We need to be prepared. It is inevitable. Ain't no reason to get mad. Only time you should get mad if you're unprepared, unregulated, unready. You are. So take this time to 1, learn. For 2, to get better. For 3, to take the necessary steps to make sure what will happen can happen. And finally, the world is a scary place. Invest in your time, your people, your loved ones, your families. Check on your people. There is a quietness and a loneliness epidemic. I want everybody to know how real it is in this country, man. Watch the news. Protect yourself. Protect your weapons. Stay in tune, baby. It's your boy, King Crowder. Back again with another edition of Live on Sunday. I hope y'all like the introduction. I'm going to try to add the outro next time. While you're here, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me how you found everything. Tell me what you found. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you loved. Tell me what you hated. This is why I'm here for another edition of Live on Sunday. Love you. Have a phenomenal week. Work your butt off. Believe in yourself. Smile. And remember, you deserve to be here. You are blessed. You are worthy. I love you. We love you. Until next week, we out.